So today we are seeing something about Agile Scrum. This is something which will come across you, or you will come across it most of the time, if at all you face towards industry. Okay, in industry today, wherever this software development is being done, they all are following, means most of them are following Agile methodology, and most of them, as I have seen, most of them do follow this Scrum. Okay, most of these usually I take interviews. Then there I see that most of the job descriptions are saying that we want the people who have experience in Agile Scrum. Okay, so although they understand that Agile is something which is most important in today's scenario, a Scrum methodology here is something which will give the best output. Best output in sense of you will be able to develop the software using all the resources that you have. Basically, as you will see this Scrum, just few minutes, 5 or 10 minutes, then you will understand that all the things, what is the process in this particular Scrum, it is in a way where it will automatically use the resources to its maximum level. Really. Let me start it. Where, let me tell you what is the same in Scrum. I am not comparing with other process models which are not Agile. I am comparing with the Agile process models only, where it has to follow all those things according to the mandate of this particular Agile development, right? Whatever was the manifesto of Scrum, this Agile principles, we will have to follow all them. Here we are talking about the framework activities. We understand that whether it is, we will have to gather the requirement, analysis, perform the design, and we will definitely make some increments which will be delivered, right? As we have seen in extreme programming, no need to remember it for this understanding, but there what was there that what is the process? The story is coming. Story means whenever the requirement is coming, it is coming in terms of story. What happens whenever you have a requirement? Let me use a pencil. So in requirement, what happens? Whenever the company was there, this company will give you your requirement in terms of the features, right? These features, you can, sometimes these features are themselves a story, or these features can also be splitted into multiple stories. So this is your story. This story is having your features, means I should say some part of features, right? But usually what happens in this story should be such which could be completed within a time box. Okay, so definitely further this story is divided into certain tasks. Okay, let me come back. T1, T2, T3, whatever. Story will be divided into tasks, but one story is something which is a feature, okay, which can be completed within a time bound. If it is not possible, then we try to divide this story or split the story. We will create multiple different stories which can be completed within the time box. Okay, we will see the time box is time period specified here. We will see the time box here. Now, time box can be 7 days or 2 weeks, depending on the organization's culture. So here whatever I understand, you have to gather the requirement. Once the requirement is gathered in terms of stories, maybe according to that, at that time only, you will have to make their task divided into tasks, or later on whatever you plan. But usually what happens, the requirement comes in stories, accordingly you judge them, you give certain priority, and accordingly you evaluate how much effort will be needed for this, right? And then definitely you perform a quick design where you have to keep the design very simple as much as possible. Then you will have to perform coding. You would remember that in Agile methodology, you would have seen in extreme programming also that we try to do programming in a way where after design it is quite simple to understand the design so that it can be coded, right? So first of all, before coding, we develop the test cases. Okay, we develop the test cases so that we will develop such thing which will automatically pass the tests. Means while developing, we will have an understanding what are the test cases we have to pass, right? So having this understanding will help us in making our software which will pass the unit test at least very quickly, right? And then the first increment can be delivered and we can start reiterate our process, right? So these are the framework activities which will always be there, but it doesn't matter in which framework activities at what time we have to follow something. This is what we have to follow. What we are following? See, we will have backlogs. Backlog means these are the features which can be there. You can understand it as stories. Okay, so depending on the organization culture, they will be like that. You can call them backlogs or whatever the works remaining, right? Now, here what happens, whatever our work is there, we try to divide it. We divide it means we try to, we call it a process pattern. You would remember that we have something called process pattern. So, we have to divide a story into tasks. These tasks which can fit within a particular box. This is your time box. Okay? Suppose the time box is 7 days or 14 days, no issues. That time box. Okay? We will see this as an sprint. We will talk about it now. Okay, now let me talk about it. Before sprint, let me say some more thing about backlog, where I was saying that here you will have these stories, and with these stories, as you have ranked these stories, you will have priority of which stories are of more importance and which are of less importance, right, according to the user requirement. So here you have to understand that these are the stories. The management will assign certain priority, or maybe the priority value will be assigned by the customers. Somehow it has been prioritized, and these are available. Now, what is a sprint, right? Here, basically, it will be the work units, I should say. These are the tasks. Okay? So, what is happening actually? In these tasks will be completed within a time box. So, all those tasks, it may be 7 days, 14 days, sometimes here you can see it is of 30 days. Okay? Here in this picture it is showing that the time box is of 30 days. So in 30 days, whatever tasks we can complete, okay, they are kept in one sprint. Okay? So having known these things, although if at all we want to make certain changes, it is possible. Means changes in a sprint is not possible. Once a sprint goes here, then done. We are not going to change the sprint. However, definitely after this thing is completed, some backlogs may remain, or whatever the backlogs are here, they can be adjusted. Okay. So after having understood about the sprint, now you have to understand about this Scrum meeting. We are saying that every 24 hours, which means daily. Okay. Daily, what we are doing, we are having a 15 minutes Scrum meeting. There will be a Scrum Master. One of the team members will be a Scrum Master. Usually what happens, the team lead can be a Scrum Master. However, in certain organizations, what they follow is one of the member can remain a Scrum Master for 1 month. That kind of also rotation can also be done. So, a Scrum Master will be there and these members will be there, right? This will be a 15 minutes meeting, typically 15 minutes meeting. It may change less or more also. So, this meeting will be held daily and there are these 3 basic questions which will be asked. What are these questions? What did you do since last Scrum meeting? When was the last Scrum meeting? It was yesterday only. So, today they are asking what have you done? Okay. So, ultimately they are asking in one day what you have done, right? Do you have any obstacles? Whatever you are doing, is there any problem in this? What are the problems you are facing? And what will you do before next meeting? Okay, what are you going to do before next meeting? Means next meeting is tomorrow. So now what you are going to do? So after having known about these things, this Scrum Master will also be responsible for understanding the current scenario and assess according to the scenario. Now, whatever they are saying that these are the obstacles, they are saying that no, there is no obstacle, then it is okay. If there are some obstacles, then accordingly they will have to decide what to do in current situation. Now, because of this meeting, what will happen? These all people will get to talk to each other, and one team member is telling about their problems, then all other brains are working. So in a way, it is also kind of brainstorming, if at all certain problem is there, right? So all of these people can give their brain. So this is Scrum Master, definitely it is responsible, but it doesn't mean that the Scrum Master has to give some solution, okay? So here actually we are meeting, whatever the problem is, we all are meeting here and we all will discuss the problem and find out a solution accordingly. In this way, what is happening, that all the team members are getting the knowledge of the software, okay, and accordingly they can self-organize themselves also. This is you can also term it as knowledge socialization, okay. Now there is something called demos. What can you understand with demos? Demos are the driver of the software increment, okay. Whenever you are, whatever you have produced, suppose whatever your days are fixed, 30 days or something, you have produced, or I should say developed something, you are going to show it to the customer. So these are the functionalities are there that have been implemented. Now this can be demonstrated to the customer. So this customer will see these features have been there and it will evaluate accordingly that okay, these are okay or these are some problem there. If at all there are problem, they are replant, and if there is some there is no problem, then next features are again started. Or if there are feature, there are problem, they can be included in this next time box, okay, next sprint I should say. So here also you have to understand that within a time box, what are the tasks that can be accomplished, right? So this sprint should be designed accordingly. These are some of the things that we have to keep in mind. Because of this, you can see, since daily you are having a meeting and daily you have to report what you have done and these kind of things. So it is definitely using the resources to its maximum level. Although there are certain things that these members may not work properly, but this model is designed in a way to use the resources perfectly. And also, it is here you can see the sprint is of 30 days. So, whenever a new requirement, new changes comes, it is already ready for that. No issues, right? So, these are the few things about your Scrum. Here you have to understand mainly that a Scrum is something which is an agile process, and also you have to understand few things that there is a backlog which gives the stories which are already ranked or priority is given, and you make a sprint which is having the work units that are required to achieve a requirement defined by, in the backlog, which must fit into a this predefined box. Maybe it is 30 days, sometimes it may be 15 days or 7 days also. And then every day you have a 15 minutes meeting where you talk about what you have done, what is the problem, what you are going to do. Okay, if there is problem, you brainstorm and find the solution. Whatever the delivery is coming, it is being checked by the customer, which is demonstrated to customer, customer is checking. So these are all the things about the Scrum. Now, rest of the things we will talk again in other video. Thank you.